Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is November 30th, 2021. So people have been asking me to cover this story that happened yesterday on the 29th. The former running back for the UCF Knights, Otis Anderson Jr., he was supposed to be killed by his father, and he was just 23 years old. They're saying that him and his father got into a dispute over a dog bite, and his father shot him in the chest. So that's what ESPN is reporting. But so we're gonna read a little bit into the reporting, and then we'll look at the numbers. So the father charged in shooting death of former UCF Knights running back Otis Anderson Jr. Former UCS running back Otis Anderson Jr. was shot and killed at his parents' home in Jacksonville, Florida on Monday evening, and his father has been charged in his death, shocking former teammates, coaches, and those who knew him best in his Central and North Florida communities. According to an arrest report released by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office on Tuesday, Otis Anderson Jr.'s mother, Denise, told police that Anderson Jr. and his father, Otis Anderson Sr., got into an argument that escalated and then involved her. Anderson Jr. and Anderson Sr. eventually separated, but Denise Anderson told police that Anderson Sr. returned from the garage and met Anderson Jr. in the kitchen. When police arrived, they found Anderson Jr. suffering from at least one gunshot wound to the chest. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Denise Anderson was hospitalized with multiple graze wounds but later discharged. Anderson Sr. was charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. On Tuesday, he appeared in front of a judge who found probable cause on the charges. Anderson Sr. was being held without bond and appointed a public defender. His next court date appearance is set for December 22nd. Okay. So this kid, he played for the UCF Knights, and he also trained with the Los Angeles Rams. I read somewhere that he was actually cut by the Rams, so he never actually made it to play for the Rams, but he did train with the team. Online, it says that his date of birth is November 12th, 1998, and it says here that he died on the 29th, which was yesterday. And I want you guys to notice, from his birthday, his 23rd birthday, to the day that his father killed him, he died 17 days after his birthday. A familiar number because, kill in Gematria is 17. If you look at this guy's stats, he played 4 seasons with his school. Notice he had 17 touchdowns. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. The last game that was played by the school before his death was this game on November 26th. And notice the UCF Knights, they won that game with 17 points as well. So the kid died 17 days after his birthday. He scored 17 touchdowns for his school. And then his school wins over the South Florida Bulls with 17 points. And they're also saying that he played for the Rams. Well, he trained with the Rams, right? Look at this. The Rams played the Packers last Sunday, a day before his death on the 28th. This game was played one day before his killing. And notice the Rams lost with 28 points. The word kill is also 28 in Gematria. But notice the Rams and the Packers had a combine of 64 points. 36 plus 28 is 64. The word kill is also 64. And notice this guy's name is Otis Anderson Jr., a name that equals 64. So the Rams and Packers have 64 combined points. This guy died 17 days after his birthday. His former school, the Knights, they win with 17 points. I mean, those are all the values of the word kill. Notice kill in the force base ciphers is 44. Shooting is 44. So the 44 is relevant in the word kill. Kill is 17. He died 17 days after his birthday. The Knights have 17 points when they win over the South Florida Bulls. He died 17 days after his birthday. He scored 17 touchdowns for his school during his career there. Kill is also 64. His name is 64. On the 28th, the Rams and Packers scored a combined of 64 points. And the Rams lost with 28 points on the 28th. I mean, those are the two teams he played for, the Rams and the Knights. Something else is interesting. The NFL season started on September 9th. Remember, he was cut back in September, so I guess they cut him right when the season started. From the start of the NFL season to the news today, the news broke today on the 30th, even though he was killed yesterday. The news broke 83 days after the start of the NFL season. And remember, football is 83. Football is also 29, and he died on the 29th. But football is 83, like murder. And notice his name, Otis Anderson, connects to the Jesuit order, which proves once again that these are the people behind the ritual killings of these celebrities. His name is 153 like Jesuit order. His name is 54 and 72 just like Jesuit order. Jesuit order is also 144. And remember, when you write out 44 as a word, it equals 144. Right? Shooting, kill, all 44. Execution, 44. Crazy stuff. So execution is 44. The word kill is 44. All right, shooting. Shooting is 44 as well. And speaking of 83, right, Los Angeles Rams, team that he trained with, another 83. So 83 days into the season, we get the news that this former Rams player is dead by the numbers. Los Angeles Rams also has that 218 like death. But yeah, it's a Jesuit order behind all this. In case you guys were wondering, who's doing this? It's these people. I mean, their numbers always connect to the victims all the time. But there's a lot of 17s here. The kid died 17 days after his birthday. And speaking of the Jesuit order, notice the team improved to 8-4. Right? The Jesuit order is 84. Just like Jesuit. Yep. You know, his father has the same name as him, so that's why his father's name is also 64. The only difference is the S, right? His father is Otis Anderson Sr. He's Otis Anderson Jr. You see, J and S has the same value in this cipher here because J is the 10th letter, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So J is 1 in this cipher. S also becomes 1 because S is the 19th letter in the alphabet, and 1 plus 9 is 10. And then 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1. So J and S in this cipher, they both equate to 1. So that's why his name and his father's name both have 64 gematria. And again, that number connects to the word kill. Kill is 64, 17, 44, and 28. So rest in peace to this young man. He was just 23 years old. And as for him wearing the number 2, you know, the number 2 connects to Freemasonry. Because when you write out 2 as a word, it equals 58, just like Freemasonry and a secret society. And it looks like he had a sun tattoo as well. Jesuit order, I'm telling you. Oh, and one more thing. His mother, supposedly she was shot as well. Her name is Denise. Look at this. Denise has that 56 and 29. And all this happened on the 29th. And her name is 56, like Society of Jesus. It's also 106 and 34. I think black is 106 and 34 and 29. So yeah. So rest in peace to Otis Anderson Jr. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Thank you for watching.